Hi, I am in Cody's studio again. That's probably not going to change for a bit unless I go into Dear Media, which I definitely want to do soon. But if I'm recording from home, I'm recording from Cody's studio because I don't know when our house is going to be done. And if you hear any sort of noise in the background, that is because Otis is in here with me too. It is his playtime, and I have a little play gym for him in here, and that thing plays sounds. I don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully you can't. I was trying to do it without it, but I just feel like he doesn't get as distracted if the music's not playing. Like, he's going to be entertained for a minute if the music's playing, and like that's what we need for us to successfully record this podcast episode. Do you know what I'm saying? You guys, it's circle time, and we're here, and we're circling together, just me and you. No more boys, no more Cody. Well, just because he was in last week's episode, and I'm sure he'll be back again. I'm not going to lie. No more Cody right now. It's just the girlies, or just like the circlies, you know? Just me and my circlies. Not that Cody's not a circly. Oh my God. I'm getting kind of nervous. I haven't solo podded since November. So just cut me a little slack, okay? I'm nervous, I'm scared, and I'm excited, and I'm anxious, and I'm tired, and I'm feeling kind of silly, but also kind of serious. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm actually not really feeling serious at all. Let me tell you what my night last night was like. Cody decided, okay, sorry. First of all, hello. So excited to be back. I don't know why I'm re-saying that because I already said it, but this is what happened. So I have recently become addicted to Summer House, okay? The TV show, the reality show Summer House. I am first and foremost a fan of the podcast Giggly Squad, as you guys know, because I've had Hannah Burner from Giggly Squad on Circle Time before, right at the beginning of my maternity leave, actually. Really good episode. Go listen if you haven't. And I really want to get Paige on also. Paige and Hannah have come on Insanely Chill, Cody's podcast, and obviously, like, I invited myself to that. And I am a really big giggler. That's what the fans of the podcast are called. So I was like, I'm going to watch Summer House because I love Paige and Hannah, and I know that they're in Summer House. At least, like, Hannah's not on it anymore. But so I started watching it at the season where they come in. Otis is having fun. He's going to need to take a nap in like 45 minutes. So like he should let mom like yap her little brains out for like a little bit at least. I think he hears my voice and he's like, okay, we're chatting. All of my hair is coming out, you guys. If you're watching on video, I just slightly stroked my hair and there's just chunks of hair coming out. I'm starting to take Nutrafol to try to like combat this hair loss because postpartum hair loss is so insanely real. I don't even know what to do about it. Anyway, oh my God, I'm all over the place already. I'm really just hopping right into it. But so I started watching Summer House, started on season 3 because that's when Paige and Hannah come. Then I kind of just stopped watching. And recently my cousin, Julia, shout out Julia, she was like, I'm obsessed with Summer House. And I was like, you know what? I should get back into it. I need a show. Because like while I'm always doing something, like I feel like I'm always doing something with Otis. Like I'm always kind of like trying to keep him going. Like I am constantly just performing for my son just to make sure that he is just to make sure that he's distracted so he doesn't like get upset, you know? But also like a lot of the times I'm kind of just like by myself with him and I need some noise in the background. And what better noise than reality TV? So I was like, I need a new show. So I started watching Summer House and holy shit. I'm addicted. Like I actually love it. It is so good. I'm on season 6 now. Yeah, I'm on season 6 now. And I love it. I mean, I obviously love Hannah. She's no longer on the seasons I'm watching. But shout out to Hannah. And Paige already knows that I love her because I've met her and I've told her. And I like to think that she's a friend. But I'm obsessed with you, Paige. Actually, I call you Auntie Paige to Otis, my child. When I'm going to put Summer House on, I say, do you want to watch Auntie Paige and Auntie Cece? That's what I call Sierra, who I've never met. who doesn't know I exist. I say, do you want to see Auntie Paige and Auntie Cece and Auntie Amanda? Anyway, I'm insane. But all I'm doing is like hanging out with the baby all day. So like now I feel like the people on Summer House are my friends. And maybe Paige actually is. So Paige, if you are my friend, please like let me know, because I'm going to continue to call you that unless otherwise corrected. And I know Hannah's my friend. But oh my God, I'm just yapping away. Anyway, so here we go. So I've been watching Summer House, and do you hear Otis? He's totally fine, by the way. He's just talking. But Cody has also kind of gotten into it. Like I can get him to watch like a little bit. Obviously, that was like the show that I chose to watch when Otis went to sleep on Mother's Day. I was like, we're going to watch Summer House for like TV time tonight. But last night, Cody was like, can we try watching Baby Reindeer? And I was like, sure, whatever. So we started watching Baby Reindeer. I obviously fell asleep on the couch at 6:30 p.m. I obviously also ate dinner at 4:30 p.m. just so like you can get like a timeline of like where my life is at right now. So I'm watching fucking Baby Reindeer, fall asleep instantly, wake up, and am immediately terrified. Like the stalking concept to me is like really, really horrifying. I don't know what it is, but like as I've grown older, there's just like the thought of it is so scary to me. It's so scary. So I started watching the show after I woke up from my 6:30 p.m. nap, and I was like, this is terrifying. This is fully terrifying. I'm so scared. And Cody, like, I feel like I can handle scary stuff better than Cody can, but he did not at all find this to be scary. This is the thing. If something is like Midsommar, however the hell you say that, I'm sure I've talked about it. That movie is like, I'm pretty sure considered to be like scary. I don't know. I am not at all scared of it because like I'm never going to go to that festival in Sweden and like join a cult. Like I have control over that. I'm never going to do that. I know for a fact I'm never going to do that. So that does not scare me. I actually find that movie to be quite amazing, and I love that movie. Having a stalker, it like that could literally happen to anyone. Like that is out of my control, you know? And therefore, I'm scared. I'm really scared of it. It's like it just freaks me out. We're only on the 3rd episode. And considering the sleep I got last night because of it, I don't think I will be partaking in any more of that show because that was scary. And I don't know how it turns out. Like, I'm curious to know how the rest of the show goes, but I was really scared. And you know what's so unfair is that Cody's like, we have to watch this show. We have to watch this show. And then I'm terrified and he gets in bed and falls asleep instantly. Like nothing ever happened. And so then I was awake until 1 a.m. because I was actually too scared to fall asleep. I kept almost falling asleep and then would be too scared and then would wake up. Then I had a horrifying, extremely vivid dream and then woke up around 2 a.m. after I fell asleep around 1. Woke up around 2 and was so scared to fall back asleep and be in my dream that I didn't want to fall asleep again. So then I was just awake. And my son, my perfect angel son, he sleeps through the night because he's perfect. So he is not the reason I'm tired. My brain is the reason I'm tired. I am the reason I'm tired. The prison that I'm trapped in my brain is the reason that I'm tired. And I can't, my poor son is just, now he just has a tired mom because of last night. But you know what I did? I fell asleep this morning when he took his first nap. And then him and I woke up and we got a coffee. And I got this coffee and I'm showing the camera, but it is like, they said it had dark chocolate in it. And I was like, okay, that sounds kind of fun and cool. And they just drizzled one drizzle of dark chocolate around the cup. And like none of it actually got into the drink. So it was just like a latte with whole milk. Ever since I've had Otis, or ever since I've been pregnant, really, I've been like kind of a cow's milk girl again in my coffee. But like I kind of felt like I could taste it like a little too much in that drink, and I didn't like it. So I'm going to give the coffee shop another go because like I think I just ordered wrong, but I don't like to feel like I'm just drinking a glass of chilled milk with like a whiff of coffee in it and like a drizzle of fucking dark chocolate around the rim. You know, I don't need like a rim job. Okay, sorry. This episode kind of has just gone a little bit off the rocker. I feel like, you know, like I was saying, like a lot of the times it's just me and the baby, and so I'm not really like talking actual like sentences or words. So like the fact that I get to talk to you guys is like actually huge and like kind of a lifesaver. So I'm super happy to be back. Oh, this is what I realized when I watched the videos of this podcast. I'm like, you could have looked at your hair before you recorded. Whatever. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, okay, whatever. There we have it. I got a haircut. I'm posting, maybe it's already out. I don't know. This week there'll be a new vlog where I go get the haircut, and I chopped all my hair off. It's short. I mean, you've already seen it. You saw it in the first episode back from maternity leave, but I'm a haircut girl. And I think I'm always been meant to be a short-haired girl. I'm obsessed with short hair. I've always loved short hair. I like remember being in like 8th grade and like just dying to have a short chin-length short haircut. But like I don't have the hair for that. Well, I didn't think I did. And then I got pregnant and didn't cut my hair for 2 years. That has nothing to do with me being pregnant. That just has to do with me being lazy. But then I got pregnant and then I was like extra lazy. And then I had my baby, and then I'm like, you know, taking care of a child. I don't have time to go get my hair cut. And then about 3 months postpartum, all your hair starts falling out, which I kind of mentioned before. Like my hair just falls out in clumps. But what was happening was it was so dead on the bottom that it was falling out and then getting tangled. So I had like full on like matted dreads. Like I actually like could not brush through my hair. I had to just keep leaving these like mats in, and it was really, really bad. So I went into the hair salon, and Cody watched Otis, and I went into the hair salon and I was like, I need help, you guys, please help me. I was making my appointment, and the girl was like, okay, just come in day of the appointment, clean hair, tangle free. And I said to her, word for word, I said, I have something to tell you. And she was like, okay. And I was like, I'm not going to be coming in tangle free because my hair is really, I have mats like Chili, like my golden doodle when I forget to get him groomed. I have mats all over my head and I need help. And she was like, don't you worry, girlfriend. I got you. So I went in, and here we are with my big haircut now. I got a big girl haircut. Kind of embarrassing because like I feel like there's like the mom haircut because you get your haircut because the kid, like your kid is grabbing your hair, and so you need to cut it all off. And I was like, I'm never going to do that. And then I ended up doing that, not that reason at all, but just because my hair was in such poor condition. And then I did it. I styled it this weekend, and I used a little like hot brush from Maine, and I love that brush. I'm not good at doing hair at all, but like it gave me some like volume, and I like felt really good. So yeah, big fan of that. If you're looking for a little like hot tool to do your hair, could not recommend that more. Otis is definitely getting bored in his little play thing, but that's okay because he's still playing. He's still kicking along, and he is going to be totally fine. And he might have to go down for a nap, but we can always pause and pick this back up, and you won't even know. You will have no idea. Shout out to Astapro for sponsoring this episode and for providing us with free samples. I can be honest about this. All right. I have fallen victim to allergies. I used to have the worst allergies, and I would just dread when the seasons were changing because I knew my allergies were going to start acting up. And there were just like weeks at a time where I didn't feel like myself, and I definitely did not sound like myself. Like I would listen back to episodes of Circle Time, or even now, like I see old clips and I can just hear the congestion in my voice. And it's annoying because I sound sick, and I'm not sick, and I don't want to like freak people out that I'm going to get them sick because it's just allergies. Then I found Astapro and use it every time my nasal allergies flare up, and I am always amazed at how fast I am back in the game. Shout out to Astropro for sponsoring this episode and for providing us with free samples. Astropro is a first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Astropro is the first and only 24-hour steroid-free allergy spray. Isn't that amazing? Astropro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astropro. Go to asteproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astropro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com, Astropro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies. This episode is going to be all about the things that happened while I was on maternity leave that I didn't get to discuss with my sweet angel circlers, because I feel like a lot happened in these, like, since November of 2023, and it just like really feels like we need to discuss it. We need to discuss all of it. And I went on the Circle Time Instagram. If for some reason you are not following that, that's kind of insane of you. That would be Circle Time Pod on Instagram. And I went on there and I said, you guys, what did I say? Sorry, I'm kind of in a weird mood. Can you tell? What happened during my maternity leave that we need to discuss? That's what I said. What happened during my maternity leave that we need to discuss? Let's see. A lot of you said Met Gala, and I want you all to know that Cody and I did film a Met Gala fashion review that will be out hopefully soon. My favorite dress, if you want a spoiler, my favorite dress is Gigi Hadid's. And my least favorite dress was, I actually have no clue. I don't remember anything. So I guess that'll leave like a little element of surprise for how I felt about everyone's dresses, because I kind of forgot. I remember Doja Cat was wearing a wet t-shirt, and I remember I liked Gigi Hadid's dress. And that's pretty much all I remember. So in one year out the other, pretty much. That's all I have to say about that. But I did enjoy looking at the pictures. And the fashion review will be out soon, and I think it's going to be a good one. I don't know why I said Met Gala first, because not people said that, but not a ton of people. But the most requested thing that I discuss, are you ready for it? Wait, are you ready for it? Yeah, Taylor Swift and TTPD. TTPD, you guys, the Tortured Poets Department. I could not remember what this album is going to be called to save my life when she announced it at the Grammys. First of all, obviously I cried. But then I was like, what the fuck is that album called? TTPD, though, is obvious. Now I'll never forget it, because I love this album. I am such a TTPD girl, you guys. I can't even believe it. Oh my gosh, he's crying. Okay, hang on. I have to go take care of my baby, and then I'll be right back for my TTPD breakdown. Mental breakdown. So, TTPD, the Tortured Poets Department. I really did not know what to expect about this album. For some reason, the long, title stressed me out. I'm just used to Fearless, Speak Now, 1989. Those are straight to the point. I was like, what the hell is the Tortured Poets Department? What are we doing? What's that? And I'm obsessed with it. I think it is such a great album. You know, I always say Taylor Swift, I mean, she's obviously a lyrical genius and she's just so amazing, but she puts so unbelievably, she just so remarkably puts things into words that I, first of all, never knew how to explain myself, but also I never knew anyone else felt the way that I felt ever in certain situations, if that makes any sense. There's no way that I could ever explain this to someone, because no one else would even get it, nor do I even know how to explain it. And then she always does it. That fucking song, well, this is just an example. This is not even on the Tortured Poets Department, but oh my God. The not chili. Otis's toy is making animal noises, and I thought it was him, but it's just his toy. That is him. Anyway, so in the 1989, the song Is It Over Now, for example, on Taylor's version, the vault track Is It Over Now, when she says, I think about jumping off a very tall somethings just to see you come running and say the one thing I've been wanting. Yeah, no, I've literally had thoughts like that before in my life, and but could never say them out loud because I'm like, no one would understand how insane this is. And yet and then she words it so brilliantly and just says it. And it's just amazing. She just gets it. She always has gotten it since I've been fucking 14, 15 years old. She's always gotten it. And I just love her so much. And the Tortured Poets Department, the stuff that she puts into words and the stuff that she talks about, is just so unbelievable. The subject matter in a lot of these I thought was going to be not about Maddie Healy. More of it is about Maddie Healy than I thought. But then again, if you think about it, you guys, from what we could gather during that time, and I talked about this in another episode, she wrote Cardigan about him. And Cardigan is one of, and we don't know that for sure, but just judging by that time that she was like, this one's for you. You know who you are. I love you. Remember a long time ago? That song to me is one of the most heartbreaking, one of the most real, heartbreaking, unbelievable songs she's ever written. And she has a lot of real, heartbreaking, unbelievable songs. So it makes sense, especially if they jumped back into it after so long, that it could turn out like this. And it makes sense that he was a fucking idiot and asshole and led her to believe it was going to be one thing and it was another. But look where she's at now. I mean, come on, you guys. Her and Travis Kelce, it's just the greatest thing in the world. I know I've talked about this many times, but I have always been such a fan of his, and I love how much he is a fan of hers. And I love the thing that's he's the first person Taylor Swift has ever dated who actually knows he's dating Taylor Swift and is excited that he's dating Taylor Swift. And it's just it is the greatest thing to watch ever, because although I do not know Taylor Swift personally, I love her, and it's nice to see someone that she loves love her too, you know? So those are my thoughts, and I just think there are just so many good songs on the Tortured Poets Department, and I don't really even know where to begin. LOML I think is so amazing. How did it end? Please tell me you're lying about that song, the lyrics. So High School I think is such a good song. I cannot stop listening to it. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is obviously devastating, but oh my God, sorry, I almost threw up. It's obviously Jesus, so sad, but so fun. And I love the satire, every single song. The Tortured Poets Department, I love that song. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? You're lying with that song. The Smallest Man Who's Ever Lived, The Bridge, please. I'm just really excited about this album. I think that even on my first listen, I was oh, she's really doing something with this one. Oh, and the fact that there's 2 albums, not even just a few extra songs, 2 whole albums. It was a lot, but I love it. I listen to it start to end constantly. If Summer House isn't playing in my home, the Tortured Poets Department is. So I really love it. And for Mother's Day, actually, we just celebrated Mother's Day, and Cody got me tickets to the Eras tour again. Because did you see she added a whole, it's brilliant. She tours around the world, and everyone's why is she still going? And what's she going to do with this new album? And then she adds a whole new section to her show of songs from this album that just came out less than a month ago. It's not often, maybe I'm wrong, but it's not often that an album comes out and you're obsessed with it. It's new songs. You love the album. And then you can see them live right away. I feel an album comes out and then the tour for that album is 6 months later or something or whatever. I just the fact that we're all kind of hyper fixating on these songs right now because they're all so new. And now we get to see them live also is just insane. Anywho, so Cody got me tickets to go see the Eras tour in Miami. He got me and my best friend, Elizabeth, who I've mentioned in my vlogs and on my podcast before. She just had a baby, in August of 2023. So Otis and her baby girl are like 4 months apart. And Cody and her husband are best friends from Duke. And they got us tickets to go together, and her sister us tickets to go see Taylor in Miami. Isn't that exciting? Like, I'm kind of freaking out. Like, I actually think I'm still in shock about it. Like, I cannot believe it. So we're going to one of the Miami shows, and I actually wanted to take this time on my podcast here with my sweet, beautiful circlers to make a public plea for why I should get the 22 hat when I'm there in Miami. If you're ready, I will now take the floor and I will explain why. Okay, sorry, I thought he was going to start crying again. Hi, Taylor. It's me. Oh, hang on. Let me try to look nice. Taylor. Hi. My name's Kelsey. You don't know who I am, but I am a really big fan of yours, and I may not have a Twitter profile dedicated to you, or I may not know what color the outfit that you wore to the 13th show was and what surprise songs you've sang every single night for the last year and a half, or what your favorite thing to eat for breakfast is. I may not be that deep in it, but there is something that I have, and that is the utmost love and respect for you. I went to the Fearless tour. I went to the Speak Now tour. I went to the Reputation tour. I couldn't make Red or 1989 fiscally happen for me, but I've been going to see you live for a long time. Went to the Eras tour, and now I'm back. I'm back for another Eras show. I got married in 2023, and I walked down the aisle to one of your songs, Daylight. And then I had a baby. I got pregnant, and I was pregnant at the Eras tour, and I was so excited that my baby was, kind of there. He does own a little outfit now that says I snuck into the Eras tour, if you're curious. And then when he was brought into the world, I was actually only listening to your music. So you have really just been someone I've loved my entire life. If there's one thing that's consistent in my life besides my wonderful parents and my brother, it is you, honestly. So I love you so much. Always have, always will. And for my first Mother's Day, my wonderful husband got me floor seats to go see you because he's the best. And if you're looking for someone to give the 22 hat to, I would be honored. So there we have it. Thank you. Okay, you guys, how was that? Was that a little too desperate, or was that cool? Be honest. I just really feel I needed to do that, I think I could make this happen. I'm not crazy. We've talked about this. I'm not a crazy Swiftie who knows dates and numbers and is trying to figure out what everything means all the time. But I'm a consistent, loving Swiftie who has been there from the start, who actually is normal, I feel. So that's all I'm going to say. Okay. And I hope that you guys still like me after that, because I'm sorry, that was desperate. But I had to do what I had to do. I had to put myself out there. I would encourage any of you guys to put yourselves out there. And so I was trying to set an example for my circlers to put themselves out there. I don't know if you can hear Otis. He is chatting alongside his mother to try to get me that 22 hat. Thank you so much, Otis. Let's see. Anything else? A lot of people wanted me to talk about the song Espresso. Okay, that sound is an elephant. It sounds like Otis is in the other room screaming, but he's actually in this room screaming. He's actually not screaming. He's just kind of playing, but I think he's going to be tired for his nap soon. Oh yeah, he probably actually is tired for his nap right now. Anyway, a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about the song Espresso. I'm kind of shocked about how many of you were discuss the song Espresso. And it's I don't have much to say about that, you guys. It's a good song, I guess. Yeah. No, Sabrina Carpenter is having a moment, and I'm really happy for her for that, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I, as a full-on college graduate, adult woman, I watched Girl Meets World, and I loved every second of it. I really thought it was a wonderful show. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud to admit that. And so I've been kind of like, for lack of a better word, fucking with Sabrina Carpenter for a long time. I've been on that Maya train. Her name was Maya on Girl Meets World, and I always thought she was great. And a really long time ago, probably like 2016, she did a cover of Heathens on her Instagram, and I was obsessed with that video. I thought it was so amazing, and that she was like insanely talented. So I don't want to say like I've been knowing about Sabrina Carpenter, but I guess maybe I am. And I just realized that I'm kind of like weirdly flexing that. But no, I'm stoked for her. I'm happy she's having her moment. I think that she deserves it. And I think she is that me Espresso, to be completely honest with you guys. So yeah, I'm happy for her. And I'm happy that she made the song Espresso. So thank you, Sabrina. Shout out, girl. Love you so much. Something else you wanted me to talk about that we do need to discuss is I Have Purse. I had a viral sound on TikTok. Well, Connor and I did. Connor Wood, friend of the show, friend of the circler, perhaps a fellow circler, if you will. Connor and I went on his podcast. Brooke and Connor make a podcast to fill in for Brooke one day when I was very early pregnant. Like, I don't even think I told anyone I was pregnant. Like, no one knew I was pregnant then, but I was. And Connor and I just were, being silly as we are. And we have a viral sound because of it now. It's the I Have Purse. If you've heard it on TikTok, someone told me it's made its way to Facebook because their mom was quoting it. So shout out to Facebook, I guess. I don't really want to do that, but yeah, sure. Shout out the I Have Purse lovers. I cannot believe that is real. Like, it blows my mind because it's like one of those things where I'm like, I didn't even think that was funny. Like, when I recorded it, like, I wasn't like, well, I was like laughing, like it was funny, but I wasn't like, everyone's going to love that. Like, I was not expecting that, but everyone does. And I mean, I'm honored to be I Have Purse girl. I actually have had people in public be like, I have purse to me. And that's like actually insane. So thank you so much for the love on I Have Purse. Thank you so much for the love on me, like, not speaking correctly, even though I'm pretty sure I say a purse. I'm almost certain. But thank you so much for the love that I got from mumbling. And thank you so much for the love that I got for saying I have purse. And to round out the I Have Purse of it all, I actually want to tell you a story that happened this past weekend. So Otis had his first sleepover at my parents' house because it just logistically was the best thing for him to have like a good routine and a good night. We were going to celebrate. Our best friends got engaged, and so we were going to celebrate, and my parents were watching Otis. And so we decided to let him have a sleepover at his grandparents' house. It would have been the best move for him and for my parents. I didn't want them driving home late at night. It was safer and better. And he was super happy and was perfect and an angel the whole time. So don't you even worry. But that meant that Cody and I had a night. We went out, and I wasn't coming home to the baby, so I could have like that one extra drink that I would normally turn down. But shouldn't have done that. Mind you, I had about 3 drinks. I had about 4 drinks. Okay? 4 drinks. Normally, back in the day, that would have been nothing. Not nothing, but it wouldn't have caused me to throw up, which I did. Now, also, I don't live close to the bar that we went to. And so if I drink and then get in the car and drive for a while, like, I will get car sick. It happens. It always happens without fail. It happens every single time. Like, I should not go on a drive after I should not get in a car and get in an Uber and go a long ways in the car if I've been drinking. So I got in the Uber, and of course I got car sick. And I threw up, okay? But I didn't want to get the Uber messy. Obviously, that would be rude. So I threw up in my purse. Like, I'm back in college, okay? I'm a 30-year-old mother, and I threw up in my purse on the way home from a night out. Remember, I was not coming home to my baby. He was perfectly safe and asleep in his crib at my parents' house. So do not even worry about that. He'll never know. Well, he will know because I'm saying this to the internet and he'll find out one day, but I'll be honest with him. Everybody makes mistakes. This was one of my mistakes. But that being said, I threw up in my purse. And the next day I said to Cody, luckily I had purse. And I just really thought that was a perfect way to celebrate myself going viral for saying, luckily I have purse online. I really just wanted to celebrate it one time and I did. So there we have it. That's how I feel about that. Now we need to pause again because I need to put my son down for his nap and we'll be right back. Okay, he is asleep. My monitor is on, keeping an eye on him. He's just in the other room. Don't you worry. He keeps doing this thing where when I'm putting him to sleep, he'll eyes closed, like pretty much asleep. And he's just going, like that over and over again. And it makes me laugh so much, but I'm like trying not to wake him up. So I'm have to stifle my laughs, but it really gets me every single time. A couple more things I got some questions about from like that you wanted to know, I guess. And we could do like a whole like Q&A on stuff if you guys want to. But the pets are good. The cats love Otis so much. Like they are so sweet to him. I'm not surprised because they're really sweet animals, but like I'm just surprised that they like paid as much attention to him as they do. The cats love him, and Chili is staying strong. You know, he is not the only baby anymore. Chili has been my baby for 4.5 years now, and he's not the only baby. And it's hard to adjust to, but he definitely loves Otis. He like tries to like lick his face as much as he can, even though I don't really let him. But he like licks his feet, his little toes a lot, and it's really cute. He's just a good guy, Chili. So he'll be okay. And I'm trying to make sure I give him as much attention as he deserves because I feel really bad when I forget to do that. But they're both doing really well. What else did you guys want me to talk about? Gracie Abrams' new album. She just announced the track list yesterday, and there's a Taylor Swift song. And I cannot wait for that. Gracie, I love you. I mean, I just like, I can't wait. So I'm really excited for the whole album. Risk is so good. If you guys haven't heard it, go listen to it. So I'm excited for that. Let's see. A lot of you guys were like, I got a boyfriend, or I got a girlfriend, or I'm single now. And all of those are exciting things. So try to embrace your new chapter of life the best you can and enjoy it for what it is. Because all of those things are exciting, and I'm excited for you, and I hope that you're happy where you are at. And if you're not, I have also been there, and things will get better, and I love you. You know what sucks, you guys, is that there's no way I could have lost it. The book of journal questions. Remember how I was doing like you pick the date and we do a question from that? I don't know where that went. And I'm assuming it's in one of the boxes in my garage because like we had to pack up our place so that the designers could, or like the contractor could do all of the design stuff in there. So like a lot of stuff is just packed up in boxes, but I don't have my journal questions ready to go. So I have a couple on my phone that I'll do. You guys do have some like actual like baby related questions, and we could totally do like a Q&A on that if you're interested, or just a catch up Q&A in general of things that you want to know, like about me since having a baby, I guess. Is that weird? I don't know. Like, do you care? Who the hell knows? But like, I'm very happy to talk about anything. I would say like most of these things are like Taylor Swift or I have purse. Those were like the two biggest ones. Someone asked if I'm excited to see Wicked, which I am. Very excited to see Wicked. And that is really like all I wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, just wanted to catch up a little bit. What else? I am going to my friend's bachelorette party at the end of the month, so I've been trying to shop for that, and that has been really stressing me out because I just feel like my body is changing, you know, or it's changed since after having a baby. But like when I'm going to like buy clothes, I keep thinking that like that didn't happen, but I'm like, no, that it's not going to look that the same way that it once did. So I'm trying to like navigate that a lot. I feel like that like that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is trying to like rediscover my style, because I feel like it's changed a little bit in the last few months and my body's changed. So like I'm really trying to figure that out, and I don't really know how to go about it. And I will say Newly, which I've talked about, this is not an ad, I'm just saying it, like that's been really helpful to like try different stuff out, because like you can rent stuff. And so that has been really great, because you can like rent different styles. So I'm like, would this look good on me now? And then I can try it, and I'm not like committing to buying it. So that has been really helpful. But that has been a big journey. I know we kind of talked about this before I went on maternity leave, and a lot of you were curious if I was going to get like a nanny or any sort of childcare. And now that I'm going back to working and like doing my beautiful podcast with my sweet circlers and trying to film more and just want to get back into the work mode. And it's not easy, because obviously Otis is like my number one priority. And if I can't work, like I put Otis first every single time, but like that doesn't help the people who I work with or my stuff getting done. So if I want to be able to do both, I was going back and forth, but we did find someone to help a few days a week with Otis. So I'm really excited about that. So it's just a few days a week, and I'll be able to focus more on podcasting and talking to you guys and my videos and just some other fun stuff that I really want to work on. So I'm excited about that. It's nice to have a balance, because while like I love being with Otis, like spending every single day with Otis is like my favorite thing ever. It truly is. Like I've never felt like it feels so right to me to be a mom, and I'm really happy that I feel that way. But it's also doing stuff for myself, I think, also like reminds me that there's other stuff that I do that bring me joy, and it's fun to do those things also, and not have all my eggs in one basket, and be able to like do things that make me happy just for me, because I don't want to lose myself. And so like doing those other things that I did before having a baby makes me feel really fulfilled. And I was struggling a lot with like guilt. I feel so lucky to have Otis, and I feel so lucky to be his mom, and I just want to spend all my time doing that. And I felt like if I could, then I should. Having some help a couple days a week allows me to still spend a lot of time with him, but also, like I said, do other things that bring me joy, just so that like when I am burnt out and whatnot, like I can show up for him fully instead of like half-assing it because I'm burnt out, And I want to be there and be like the best possible mom I can be for him at every moment. Sometimes like spending all day with the baby, like if I'm tired or something and I don't have a second to like recharge or do something for me, I feel like I'm not fully there for him. And I just don't think that that's fair. And I want to just be able to still do, like I said, the stuff that brought me joy, like this, for example, before having babies. And I want to find a way to do both. And I think getting some help a couple days a week is really helpful, because Cody also is working, and he is also so helpful. Like any time I want to do anything for myself, he's right there to help. But yeah, Otis is 4 months now, and I had such a great maternity leave, but I'm happy to be working again. And it's definitely like I've struggled like about going back to work and finding my footing as just me and not as mom me. But like I'm hoping that like more and more I get feeling comfortable with it all, and I'm excited about the journey. It's just exciting, and I just like really appreciate you guys being, like I said last time, like just so patient with me being gone, and same with like Marshall. Shout out. I know you're listening because you are required to for your job, but I love you and I appreciate you. And same with Emma, who edits these videos and puts them on YouTube, and Kaylee, who edits my clips and who uploads my video to YouTube. Like that is my squad, and I could not do without you. My managers, my agents. I just love everyone, and I don't know why I'm doing like a fucking speech, like an award speech. I just think I just want to show the people who I work with that I love them, because like being a mom is hard and it makes me really emotional, and that's not always easy to like get work done. So we're turning a corner, people. And same with you circlers. Like, I really feel like you guys are like my friends and my family. And anytime I meet one of you out in the wild and you tell me you're a circler, like I instantly feel like we have a special bond. So thank you. And I love you. It's just, this community makes me really, really happy. And I know I was gone for a bit, but I'm just so happy to be back. And it's just so nice. I feel like I'm just chatting with my friends again. I just like had to say that. What else? You know, who the heck knows? I don't even know how long I've been recording for, because I've broken this off into different sections because I keep having to go stop to make sure Otis is okay, which he is completely fine, by the way. He is passed out. If there is one thing that boy is good at, it is being on schedule. And I'm so proud of him for that. I never have really been like a schedule gal. Well, maybe I have, and maybe that's why I'm get anxious, is because I am a schedule gal, and I was like pretending like I wasn't. I always see people say like with their second or third babies, like they're not as like crazy about a schedule. So that'll probably change again, especially because like having toddlers is not, schedules and toddlers they don't exactly go hand in hand. So things will change. But having Otis on a schedule that he seems to really enjoy and thrive in has made things a lot smoother for this transition into motherhood, because he really does thrive in his schedule. And he kind of sticks to it. Like, he was like, okay, bitch, it's nap time. And he was not pleased. And then he went in and he fell right asleep. So, and that is not every single day. Every single day is different. Like, you know what I mean? Some days I'm like, he loves his schedule. And some days I'm like, he hates his schedule. So it really just depends. But we're in it together. You know, it's just a life. It's just a journey. But things generally have been great. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have Otis. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful. And I'm thankful for you, circlers. I keep doing these outpours of gratitude, and I don't know why, but I can't stop. Anyway, that is mainly all I have to chat about. You know, those were like the main things. Also, a lot of you wanted to know my thoughts on Ariana Grande's new album. I'm so sorry to say that I have only listened to it once, and I thought it was good. I actually didn't mind it at all. I just like don't really have that many thoughts because I don't know too much about it or remember any of the songs that I heard. Besides, we can be friends, because I hear that on TikTok all the time. But I liked every song I heard. I remember thinking like, oh, these are good, but then I never listened again. And that's on me, and I'll do a better job and I'll listen again. It's just that I'm so deep in the Tortured Poets department right now that I'm having a hard time like coming out of that. So I'm still just listening to that constantly, but I will listen to, is it called Eternal Sunshine? I will listen to that again, because you know what? I should. You know what I am excited for though? Oh my God. The new Wicked movie. I think it's going to be really good. I could be totally wrong. Movie musicals a lot of times are really not that great. Hairspray was good. Mean Girls was special in its own way. I'll never dislike a musical. I will never dislike a movie musical, but I just know some are better than others. And I'll watch every single one, but I think Wicked is going to be the best of them all. It just looks really good, and I love Wicked. I've seen Wicked a bunch. Maybe like 6 times. I'm kind of a Wicked head. What are Wicked stans called? Maybe I'm one of those. I'm obviously a Hamilton stan. I was going to say they should make a movie musical of that, but I'm pretty sure that they did. Would the Hamiltons be considered a movie musical? No, right? Like, it's not like a movie. Like, it's just a recording of them doing it on Broadway, which that I think there should be more of those. Like, I would watch... Oh my God, like they should make a Wicked one of those. They should make Hairspray of that. They should do that. Like, I want to see like high quality recordings of the actual performances with the original Broadway cast. Like, that is so fucking good. but I do enjoy the movie versions as well. I'm really excited to see Wicked. I am a little bit nervous. There's a lot of like fantasy involved, and like I'm hoping that that's not like cheesy, because I think it could be also kind of weird. I never saw Dear Evan Hansen, the movie musical, but I also never saw Dear Evan Hansen just on Broadway. And I really want to, but I never have. But I didn't hear great things about the movie musical. I don't know. I am really excited though, a little bit nervous because it could be bad. I don't think it's going to be, but it could be. But that's how I felt about like the new Taylor Swift album, for example. Every time she's going to like come out with a new album, I'm like, okay, you have to brace yourself. This might suck. And it never has. But probably the album that I liked the least when it first came out was Midnights, to be so honest with you guys. And I love it now, but I wasn't like obsessed. I was like, yeah, it's good, but I wasn't like obsessed. Like the Tortured Poets Department, when I was listening to it, I was like, I want to listen to every single one of these over and over and over again. Midnights, I was like, yeah, these are good. I like them. Now I like a lot of songs from Midnights more than I did when I originally heard. It always comes back to Taylor. What can I say? What can I say? Anyway, I feel like that's all we had to catch up on, really. If I missed anything, please do not hesitate to DM me on Instagram or talk about it on the Geneva, which I'm always creeping on. So I love the Geneva. If you want to become a part of it, you can go on the Circle Time Instagram, and there's a link to it in like the highlights. And there we have it. I'm going to do a little journal question to kind of round things out. Sorry, I was kind of like yapping away. Well, I guess that's literally my job, actually, as a podcast host, is to yap. And I did a good job at yapping, I feel like, today. So be sure to keep listening if you want to keep hearing me yap away. And if there's ever something that you're like, let's chat about that, just like message me and let me know. Because I always want to make sure that we're talking about the things that my sweet circlers want to talk about. Let me find. I'm going to Canada. We're going to Canada at the end of the week to visit Cody's family. We're taking Otis to Cody's hometown, which is so exciting. So I'll be sure to tell you guys about that next time, and like traveling with him and stuff too. We've been on one short flight with him up north, but this will be different. This is his first international flight, and he gets to go see where his dad is from, and he gets to see his family in Canada, and I'm very excited for that. Now I want to show you guys these questions. Okay, so my cousin got married in March. That is something really, really wonderful that happened when I was on maternity leave, and it was so much fun. Cody stayed home with Otis, so I just went with my brother and my mom and dad. It was in LA, so it was local, but it was very fun, and they got married, and where they got married was like connected to a preschool, and so we got ready in one of like the rooms at the preschool. They had like journal questions for preschoolers up on the wall, and I was like, that is the best. And so I took pictures of them because I wanted to bring them to my sweet circlers, and so here we are. One of the questions is, what helps you feel a part of a group? What helps me feel a part of a group is when I share something about myself that could be considered weird or embarrassing, or like when I just share about something I like or something that interests me, and instead of people going like, why, or no, I don't like that, people say like, oh, I've never heard about that, but what makes you like them? Like when I just get to talk about something I love and people aren't like judging me for it, but instead they're like celebrating it, even if it's not their thing, that always helps me feel like I belong. So if you're hanging out with someone and they're talking about something they love and it's not your cup of tea necessarily, try and make sure that they feel like you love that about them and not that you're judging them for that. Because I feel like it's really easy to just be like, oh, I don't like that, I don't want to talk about that. Let people talk about the things that they love and let them be excited about whatever it is they're excited about, because who cares? Like, if it excites the people you love, then it should excite you, and you should celebrate with them. And that always helps me feel like I belong. And I want to make sure I do that for people. And we can all try to do that, you know? That's our homework assignment for the week. And that's really it. I'm going to go wait for Otis to wake up now and obviously probably watch Summer House because, like I said, I'm addicted. So I love you guys so much. I hope that you're all happy and I hope that you're all doing okay. And I hope that everything's okay. And if it's not, it will get better. And we're here for you in the circle. And I love you. And that's that. Okay? Okay. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. And that's it. Bye. Circle time. Let's sit down and have some fun. I said circle time. Just you and I. Time.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.